Downtown Los Angeles. I'm Ed Cohen with the former Chicago Bull, Jay Williams. And Jay, once you beat the traffic, this is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that purple and gold floor, you know you have to bring your A-game. Plus, your trash-talking A-game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. We are underway. The Phoenix Suns begin the game with the basketball. To Booker. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Russ at the controls. Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron
throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Fires the 3. Not that time. He misses. To James. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Jay, what makes LeBron so special on the offensive end?
Well, first and foremost, look at that frame. 6'9", 265 pounds with the agilities of a guard. He can blow by you. If he dips that shoulder, there's no way. There is nobody in the NBA that can guard that man one-on-one.
Has a look. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Paul with it up top. Down 4. Mikal Bridges. Slam dunk. DeAndre Ayton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
LeBron James. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
It's Suns ball. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Here comes the screen. Paul to Booker. 5 on the shot clock. Booker. And the Lakers clear. Westbrook with the basketball. Leads 4. To Davis. James to Westbrook. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. LeBron James gets a look. Can't hit. DeAndre Ayton. Nice pass to set things up.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
LeBron with it up top. Leads a bucket. To Westbrook. Here comes the screen. Russell Westbrook, guarded by CP3. Nothing going here on that drive. LeBron James, 3 for 4. Good start.
This offseason, I heard so many voices, even that of the great Shaquille O'Neal, talking about how LBJ needed to submit his own legacy. Well, for LeBron, it's not about chasing external accolades. It's about hunting your own legacy, and that's to be the greatest of all time.
Now to Jordan, down low. DeAndre Jordan, look out. feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Booker to Paul. Booker lets it fly from beyond the arc, and the Lakers have the rebound. Westbrook with it. 12-6 our score. To Jordan. Can't connect from in close.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
LeBron James!
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Booker. Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Paul, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Shot clock winding down. Here's CP3. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side given how they're defending. LeBron into the front court. Up by 6. To Westbrook. Five to shoot for Los Angeles. James, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Nothing going here on that drive. Paul to Booker. Short jumper stays out. Westbrook into the front court. The lead stands at 9. It's James. How's that for a start? 14 points in this first quarter as he knocks down the 3.
And look, I know this requires great conditioning on the defensive part, but you have to start denying him the ball. Make him catch the ball further away from the basket.
The pass taken away by the Lakers. Chance for LeBron James. Can't connect. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Shot clock winding down. Paul to Mikal Bridges. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Westbrook to Davis, down low. And scores.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as he'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Subbing in for the Lakers, number 12.
Paul. It's good.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Nothing going here on that drive. Can't get past the defender. James with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Deep two there, won't go. Bradley to James. Westbrook to Anthony. It's LeBron. Another chance. Payton into the front court. Trailing by 14. Trying to cash in. The shot by Payton won't fall. Anthony to James. The drive right to the basket. LeBron's shot, that's no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
It's James controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. The penetration almost, but no good.
Because he had no body control. You have to be able to control your body when you attack the rim at full speed. That's part of your concentration. People assume concentration just on the rim, but your body control is everything. Be able to speed yourself up or slow yourself down.
Now Paul with the basketball. 14-point deficit. Elfrid Payton up against the 8-time All-Star. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall. Has a look. Anthony, a shot, no good.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Lakers come up with it. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First one goes down. Able to convert on both free throws. Payton with the basketball. Down a bundle. McGee powers it through. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Payton into the front court. Less than a minute to go in a tightly played first quarter. Lakers at the controls right now. Westbrook to Bradley. Jay Crowder sends it away.
Hey, check up. Let's go.
Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
He'll let one fly from half court. We're through one from Staples Center with the Lakers on top. Jay and I return to the City of Angels after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline comes James. His guys holding the big lead. Howard to Anthony. James to Howard. Turns and slams it down.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Suns with the basketball. Here comes the screen. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
James against Nader. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Here comes the screen. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. Hayden with the basketball. His guys down big. Lakers have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Reset here. Let's see what they do. Bradley to James. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Whoa! What a finish. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Screen from the left, screen from the left.
To Payton. DeAndre Ayton gets it in the left corner. To Payton. Fires the three. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. And a putback slam.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Dwight Howard swats it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Nothing going here on that drive. Bradley to Howard. Superman, Dwight Howard. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Beyond the arc for 3. Not going down here. Anthony to James. The monster stuff.
It's not every day that you see a 6'9", 265-pound freight train coming down the lane. You probably want to step out of the way.
Phoenix with it. Surveys the floor. Off the assist.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Lakers are going to call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Listen up, fans. Tickets for the next home game are still available at the box office.
Changes coming from both sides right now. James against Nader. To Jordan, down low. Rises for the slam.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Hayden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Booker defended by Melo. Nothing going here on that drive. Cashes in for 2.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
LBJ has it. To Anthony. James. Booker with it. He'll run the offense. To Payton. Screen coming. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Devin Booker, shot off the mark. Good defense.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Whistle sounds. We have a tie-up. Jump ball. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Davis. To Jordan. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Elfrid Payton against the former MVP. Nothing going here on that drive. To Payton. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Booker. He engulfed him that time. Westbrook across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Got it.
Not always the first option, but his number was definitely called on that one.
James to Westbrook. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook to James. Shot from the lane won't go. To Booker. LeBron James with a piece. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by LeBron James. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Booker. Lets it fly from long range. This guy can beat anyone straight up. Devin Booker, good closeout, still knocks it down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Westbrook to Ken Bazemore. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul to Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker to Paul. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Chance for Chris Paul. Gets a look. Can't hit.
Match up.
Westbrook to Davis. From the outside, no good. Paul to Booker. Second effort. Look out, Devin Booker. Not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Russell Westbrook, guarded by CP3. To Davis. Short jumper misses. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Defense making the ball handler work. Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Devin Booker.
To number 3, Anthony Davis. That's his first.
Devin Booker is going to get 3 shots here. A career 84% free throw shooter. First free throw is good.
It's like practice.
And he hits the second.
For the Los Angeles Lakers, number 9, Rajon Rondo.
And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Lakers ball.
Let's go. Pick him up. Pick him up.
Here comes the screen.
Right there.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Won't go.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Ball to Mikal Bridges. Paul to Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Paul. No good. That's great defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Anthony Davis able to recover with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Westbrook into the front court. His guys up by 15. Rondo in a matchup with Booker. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Here's Paul. Controlling the offense.
Remaining in the second quarter.
To Booker. Sizing up the defense. Booker.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. First one, count it. Second of 3 is good.
For the Lakers, number 55, Carmelo Anthony.
Three for 3. Nice. Now the Lakers gonna use a timeout as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Russell Westbrook picked up by Paul. It's Phoenix ball. Runner here won't go down. Davis to Jordan. Oh, Russell Westbrook. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
Why not? Russell Westbrook is the only guy stopping Russell Westbrook. And when he decides to put his head down and go to the rim, he's going to the rim. It's that easy.
Devin Booker. And it's Jordan there for the rebound. Deep 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. So far, it's been all Lakers.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Lakers are feeling comfortable at the halfway mark. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. The Suns were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Blocks.
The Los Angeles Lakers have been making the kind of defensive impact that can affect the team mentally. After a lot of those blocks, you'll start to see guys more hesitant and second-guessing shot opportunities.
Player of the half.
The chosen one has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Forget cold. This guy will be happy to be lukewarm at this point. He can't seem to get anything going. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Phoenix has the ball. Paul, well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Booker to Mikal Bridges. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Has a chance. A shot no good there for Booker. Davis to Ken Bazemore. James. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle to Booker. Anthony Davis rejects it. DeAndre Jordan sends it away.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Suns control the possession. Paul to Mikal Bridges. Probing the defense. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Paul gets it in the left corner. Booker's shot, no good.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Paul into the front court. His guys down big. Mikal Bridges. Oh, good defense by the Lakers. They come away with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you'll be able to stop a great passing team.
Paul, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Mikal Bridges. And a 5-second back to the basket violation is called. James. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Has a look. Paul's shot won't go down. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Davis to James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. James, he was all over him.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Westbrook with it. His guys holding the big lead. Bazemore matched up with Booker. Westbrook to Davis. Finishing inside the paint on that one. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
It's Paul for 2. Off the mark. Well contested. To Westbrook. James, and he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Screen coming. Booker to Paul. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Paul. And Jordan able to secure the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly. Because, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Paul across the timeline. He'll run the offense. To Booker. Mikal Bridges to Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Trying to cash in. Just off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
James to Westbrook. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend, every day.
And a chance coming up at the line.
Just because a team's winning doesn't mean the refs are going to put away the whistle. Play right all the way through.
Mikal Bridges at the line. And hits the first free throw.
For the Lakers, number 9, Rajon Rondo.
And gets both to drop at the line. Los Angeles has the basketball. Anthony to Bradley. To Davis. 4-3. Oh, Anthony Davis still guarded well there. Finds a way to hit the trifecta. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Has a chance. The screen sets him up for 2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Here's Rondo with it. Looking to make something happen. Bradley to Davis. Anthony Davis. He's now 5 for 6.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Hayden to Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker guarded by Carmelo Anthony. To Payton. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Hayden, down low Crowder. It's a big finish. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Runner's good there.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
It's Suns ball. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Elfrid Payton matched up with Carmelo Anthony. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here, because that was not an easy look.
Anthony to Davis. Oh, big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here comes the screen. Booker to Mikal Bridges. Booker goes to the left side. From long range. Missed it. And the rebound gathered in by Davis. Seconds. We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Entering the game for LA, number 23, LeBron James.
Dwight Howard snatching it out of the air.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Payton. JaVale McGee. To Payton. For three. That's a forced shot from Elfrid Payton. Off the mark. Los Angeles, they have it. To James. Here comes the screen. James. No, the Suns come up with the steal.
Pick up, pick up. I got ball, I got ball, I got ball, I got ball.
Mikal Bridges.
Screen, screen.
Fires the three. Won't go down.
Let's go. Let's play deep. Play
To
deep, play
Anthony.
deep. That's up, baby.
Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. So it stays with the LA Lakers. New blood coming in for both sides.
Into the game for Los Angeles. Number 3, Anthony Davis.
James. A pass stolen by Phoenix. Has a look. Knocks it down off the step back.
Ooh, I'm telling you from experience, his teammates will never let that one down.
James to Howard. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. And the basket good at the rim.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Lakers at the controls right now. James to Davis. Cruises inside for two.
It's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Payton. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Trying to cash in and scores. Nice move, Jay. Desperation shot here from half court. That's the end of the third quarter with the Lakers in command. It's Lakers ball as we start the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Payton. The Suns with 4 to shoot. The shot clock expires. James against Nader. To Westbrook. Can't connect from in close. To Payton.
Screen coming, screen coming.
Short jumper won't go down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Tough make through traffic.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
To Westbrook. To James. Step back jumper.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the three-point play.
Number 6, DeAndre Jordan.
Booker. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns.
Lakers ball.
Westbrook to James. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. Payton with the basketball. Down a bundle. Screen coming. Booker. Lays it up and in.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Lakers ball. To Anthony. Westbrook. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball, but sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
LeBron James trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 73%. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Payton to Booker. Here's the whistle. 5 seconds. Back to the basket. Violation sends it the other way. James picked up by Nader. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
To James. Westbrook to James. Davis to James. Can't connect from inside. DeAndre Ayton knocked loose. Los Angeles has the basketball. To James. Nice pass to get things going.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Payton into the front court. His guys down big. To Booker. Payton. Over to the right side. To Payton. Has a chance. The shot by Payton won't fall. Shot from the lane won't go. Into the front court, it's Booker. He'll run the offense. Payton. Anthony Davis pins it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
To Davis. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. 5 to shoot for Los Angeles. To James. Deep left corner. Westbrook. Can't connect. It's no good. Booker. To Payton. Los Angeles, they have it. And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
And he connects on the first free throw. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. To Payton.
Defense, let's go.
Knocked loose. Lakers come up with it. To James. Westbrook. To James. Lakers down to 4 on the shot clock. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Mikal Bridges to Payton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. It's James controlling the offense. To Davis. Right down Broadway for the 2. Defender has to pick him up.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Number 7, JaVale
Payton.
McGee.
Paul picked up by Westbrook. To Payton. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Paul to Payton. Here's a chance from long range. Hits it. And the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
But did you see on that three-point shot, did you see him slightly kick his legs out? By kicking his legs out, the defender runs into the legs. There's contact. That's how you get a 4-point play potentially.
Elfrid Payton with a chance at a 4-point play. Numbers not in his favor. 61% for his career. And he can't convert the free throw. Westbrook into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Another follow. Still no good. McGee picked up by Carmelo Anthony. To James. They'll get it down to Davis. And look out. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Short jumper off the mark. Lakers at the controls right now to James. And there's the whistle. Neither player giving up an inch. We have a tie-up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Westbrook across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. James to Westbrook. Defense making the ball carrier work. Give him 2 points. High percentage. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Lakers ball.
That's me.
To Davis. Westbrook. From the painted area, won't go down. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Chris Paul, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 86% from the line. Knocks down the first.
Way to hit. Number 1, Devin Booker.
Goes 2 for 2.
You know that's easy. They can't guard you.
To James. Davis to James.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
The screen was coming.
To Westbrook. Down to 5 on the 24. James. Not that time. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Booker to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul, guarded by Russell Westbrook. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Paul. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
James. DeAndre Ayton to Paul.
1 minute remaining in the
It was right there. Westbrook into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Davis to James. To Davis. Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Paul. To Booker. The Lakers get the victory as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Lakers could not have been more dominant in this game. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Lakers. The Suns really lost big in this matchup, and you could tell it was tough on them. And it's games like this where veteran players can be so important. They've been through these types of blowouts, and they know what it takes to keep a locker room united.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Los Angeles Lakers looked very impressive today, especially when it came to capitalizing on their own missed shots. The way they kept extending possessions wore out the D and earned them the win.
Player of the game.
LeBron James was happy to throw down plenty of dunks, and if the defense happened to be there, he brought them along for the ride.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.